Look around today. I mean, we live in a world of towering skyscrapers, literally endless global networks, and a staggering population of over 8 billion people. It's incredibly easy to just assume that our dominance on this planet was a guarantee, like it was just a straight line from our ancient ancestors right to the modern world. Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to look at some absolutely fascinating data that shatters that illusion completely. We're diving into the dramatic and honestly kind of terrifying truth about human survival. We're going to explore how unimaginably close our species came to just disappearing entirely. So grab your focus, because the story of how we barely survived is going to totally change the way you see your place in the world.
Section 1. On the brink of extinction, when only a few thousand of us remained.
Okay, let's dive into this. Just picture the sky completely blotted out by ash from a terrifying mega eruption. Because of cataclysmic events exactly like this, there was an actual, specific moment in time where everything almost ended. The entire human population of the planet was reduced to just a handful of survivors. Every single human lineage, all the potential for future art, science, and history. It was all balancing on a razor's edge. We were quite literally just one bad day, one single apocalyptic storm, or even just a harsh winter away from never existing at all.
A few thousand. That's it. Think about that for a second. If you were to gather up all the humans alive on Earth during this bottleneck, they wouldn't even fill up a modern high school football stadium. It's absolutely wild to think about. Putting that staggering number into perspective really highlights our absolute vulnerability at our lowest historical point. It shows you the incredibly fragile foundation that all of modern humanity is actually built upon.
Let's move on to Section 2. Dust and Glory, the clawless mammal that defied predators.
Let's see how this builds our understanding of just how much of a massive underdog humanity really was. Because, it wasn't just planetary disasters we had to worry about. Our everyday reality was a constant fight where we were just incredibly outmatched. Think about the monsters of the ancient world. We're talking about real-life nightmares, apex predators with razor-sharp fangs, venomous claws, and immense physical strength. Picture the glowing eyes of a saber-toothed cat stalking through the dark. Now, look at early humans. No fangs, no claws. In a pure biological matchup, we were incredibly fragile, easy prey. We simply weren't built to win a physical fight against the terrors that shared the Earth with us.
Which leads us perfectly to this quote. We were easy prey in a world of monsters, and yet we ended up ruling them all. How did we do it? This right here is the central mystery of our whole explainer today. It's like a giant puzzle. How on earth does the weakest, most fragile animal in the jumble end up conquering the entire planet? If we didn't have the biological tools to fight back, what exactly changed the balance of power?
Section 3. Masters of Fire, the day we stopped fearing the dark.
So here is the ultimate turning point in our evolutionary history: fire. Humanity's first weapon, captured and fed, which ultimately separated us from all other animals. Now notice we aren't just defining fire as a natural element here, like wind or rain. No, we're defining it as a revolutionary tool. It fundamentally changed the destiny of the whole world because suddenly, this fragile little mammal without claws or fangs had a weapon. A weapon that was brighter and hotter than anything those apex predators could even comprehend.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how that crazy mental shift happened. Step 1, fleeing from fire like all other animals. I mean, that's just natural instinct, right? Fire means danger. You run. But then early humans did the unthinkable. Step 2, capturing and feeding the spark. Just imagine the sheer courage it took to reach out, grab a burning branch, and realize that if you feed it wood, you control it. You keep the monsters away. You light up the dark. Which brings us right to Step 3, evolving from animals into creators. The very moment we mastered fire, we stopped just reacting to our harsh environment, and we started actively molding it. Section 4. The Edge of Tomorrow, the 5 apocalyptic crises we dodged.
Now, what's really interesting here is that we tend to view human progress as this nice, neat, upward-trending straight line. But actually, history is more like a deadly obstacle course. Look at the red flags scattered across our timeline. These are 5 specific, terrifying times we almost went completely extinct. In prehistory, we faced that devastating mega eruption bottleneck we just talked about. Moving forward, the Ice Age brought brutal, unforgiving glaciations. Then in the Middle Ages, medieval plagues wiped out massive percentages of the population. In the 20th century, we faced the self-inflicted, world-ending threat of the Cold War. And all of this leads us directly to the present day, where we're standing on what could easily be a planet of ghosts if just one of these events had played out even slightly differently.
It is a staggering thought, right? If just one of these 5 crises had lasted a single year longer,
Earth would literally be a planet of ghosts today. The sheer luck involved in your existence right now is immense. From volcanic ash blocking out the sun to world-ending plagues. If the timer on any of those massive disasters had ticked for just 12 more months, our ancestors would have succumbed. The unbroken line of humanity would have just snapped.
Which brings us to our final thought. So the crucial point is, if we survived all of this, the mega eruptions, the monsters in the dark, the freezing ice ages, and the catastrophic plagues, what exactly is the next crisis, and will our luck finally run out? We've proven we are incredibly resilient, for sure, transforming from weak prey into the absolute masters of the planet. But history shows us we are also perpetually living right on the edge. I want you to keep this in mind the next time you look around our modern world. Our survival wasn't a guarantee. It's an ongoing victory against impossible odds. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Never stop questioning, and never forget just how lucky we are to be here.